Good morning. Listen, are simple. 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 Dai. Lynch. It's November 13th, 2024. Thursday. Naples. Totally, not totally. At the moment, middle. Sky with some mostly cloudy. White cloudy and it also seems as no, it's really after practically noon and 10 minutes. 62 and 6 Fahrenheit, 17 Celsius. This means this is really soft like in the city and essentially soft is classic graduate it's usually so factory which is spinning vision it's a resto the reports of their sego wrap some noi think bodies no body ci vede su poi vede mi sulle very serious things of him and let's also see that it's a purpose that people should watch my videos it's better so I know it's a paradox for you but not for me. So as regards the thing is the details the operations. It is in fact for the cold so sono da casi so as regards the thing is that from holes I think it was enough you know absolutely incomplete and if since the opening of this November in particular in the last 34 days seems slightly cold in general always cool and remember from last year and remember the past years autumn like Christmas is at 3 bit easy for me I don't know if also people even sensations judgments or thoughts about this is still about the atmosphere the way I don't know if I can say it's the things just for the years it's not completely good artistic but for crime briefly insomma film Very affirming think temperature repeated just before 62 and 6 Fahrenheit 17 Celsius. At the important thing is the atmosphere that anticipate. Straightforward with this. Yes, even if we're in the other room, also there is a curtain. In fact, through the curtain, I think you see most perfect. I suppose, in fact, as you just repeat, practically, however, we are going to a cloudy, totally cloudy, I suppose, atmosphere, also according to what I read. And so this means that later could become more and more cloudy, more obscure. And also that cool the rain, but as reason dumb so not imagine so wizard is one so sim and if it's clear to start coming screen bad well at some good so is the mythical window new curtains no so is the mythical window is the curtain was white at new since some months always but always white in fact at the difference the color of the flowers in the sense that the previous the color of the previous curtain second was yellow or gold while this one it seems to me like the color of the first one pink so there as always is in the room from the medical window new curtain since about 2 practically since more than 2 years and also in the before pandemic but was not visible in fact also in general visible better visible instantly shot at 70 million general shot and as regarding che riusciti a bene just indicate in general visible better visible instantly and this shot also indicate 70 million general shot and finally from a medical keyboard NGX 640 APG 625 also indicate in this million general shot stiamo da vivo fanno facendo le persone essere anche di ingratore sono in brano mi si stanno domandando sono myself allora sono scherzo and finally I hope you will get breakfast today slightly late at not for me infatti lì ti le from my house, ma te bolle in porta, ti vorresti fare io quando quella di accia, nell'est millennium, 2023, it was a Saturday when in fact I made breakfast at a 15 tennis, you can believe it. I started to do it at 15 tennis, so in part I remember that yes, if it was 2 years, or yesterday, so I think that record of millennium, so it's however, today it is like because at noon and 10, 15 minutes. At a really important thing to show let's remember that inside me also today, fortunately with the song. I'm really young. And as we always say, breakfast is always one of the most things left in the world. Absolutely. Also this is a million generation. Also, tomorrow, I suppose, if I don't die. In fact, I don't know until tomorrow what will happen. We'll see.